Hello everyone and welcome to another brand new video. Now this one is an intriguing one because this will be involving Sykkuno, Your Rage, XQC, and Ludwig. Kind of just like a nice overall, I guess, drama video, if you will. Now, as you guys probably know, or if you guys saw the video maybe from yesterday, Sykkuno was actually involved in Your Rage's Cobblemon server. And as well, we also had Ludwig, who just did the streamer games. He's kind of calling out other people. Ludwig was actually calling out a lot of different other content creators for like airing him and ignoring him. And XQC just kind of funneling this all kind of interconnectedly, if you will. And hopefully you guys, when I make these videos, you guys kind of like these parallels. I'm never sure, I've never really asked you guys, but anyone who is subscribed, or if you guys are new, would love if you could drop this up, put a notification, do whatever. So do our little T or Twitter and Twitch down below. But when it comes to this stuff, I usually try to like cycle everything together because it can sometimes be relevant, or sometimes these stories do kind of build on up. So a good case in this one is, well, it kind of seems like Ludwig still kind of has a little bit of a beef, I would say, when it comes to Sykkuno. And XQC, once again, kind of actually being a pretty unexpectedly really good friend these past few months in this whole situation, is kind of protecting Sykkuno and being like, no, bro, like this shouldn't be that bad. Let's go break this on down. Let's go talk about this. So as I've mentioned, if you guys have not seen this so far, Sykkuno has gone back to streaming. We've made some videos on him. We were actually pretty engrossed, I would say, when the whole situation happened. And I quite literally was like, I did like a collab with the guy, literally, and then the next day, this entire situation happened. So it was very weird for me to go and discuss it as a drama channel because I had good interactions. I kept on saying I did. Now, I don't really have to go get on my knees and defend the guy. I still haven't interacted with the guy ever since then. If I went in his Twitch chat, I don't even know what the heck he'd even say. Hopefully he wouldn't hate me because I did I did get quite a few views trying to be like, hey, he's not like, yeah, he cheated, whatever, but like, that's still bad. Yeah, I don't like cheaters. For me, if I got cheated, I'm breaking up with the girl for a second. But like, you know, it's their own personal decision. They went through it. He kind of said sorry. And, you know, at the end of the day, he didn't like do anything horrible, but people were labeling really, really bad things. Like saying he was interacting with kids, everything. Like it got overblown. That's why I do actually kind of respect XQC for stepping up for it. Like, yes, I don't like cheating, but, you know, you don't want someone saying like, hey, they're hitting up these 15-year-olds when they weren't. You know, they were just hitting up other people. Because they'd have the story straight, you know? But anyway, a lot of people, his friends, kind of cut him off, but he came back to streaming, had decent-ish reception, did lose some followers, but, you know, that is just the way the lands of drama. But these last few days, he was actually involved in Your Rage's Cobblemon server. Now, if you guys missed this, I'll probably have a link for it down below, because there was a pretty big drama that happened. Like, this was also kind of XQC and some other folks over here, because Your Rage just invited a bunch of people. And Sykkuno ended up on this. I'm just going to show this is more so just a clip to think, you know, he's on the server, he's interacting with people.
Yeah, man, I let him down. I was off by a
It's like a Pokemon server.
Literally like a minute.
Hey, Sykkuno. Did you make it to the top 2 sin?
Oh, no, I barely didn't make it. Barely. But season 2, though, if there's a season 2.
Season 2 would be crazy. Lo, you would have made it if you were here earlier. But I know you got things going on.
Yeah.
You're busy and stuff.
But, you know, I'm happy to help my teammates out. I'm going to try. I've been helping Vegas, Mr. X, a little bit.
Wait. Is your
Vegas and XQC is relevant.
Team Rocket?
Yeah, I've been kind of scared to tell people that. I swear they're all nice guys. You just got to give them a chance. But everyone seems to hate them for some reason.
For some reason? Why wouldn't you hate Team Rocket? They just sabotage everything. He broke my food.
He broke your food.
And when the day I first flew into this region, he had a level 75 Dragapult.
What?
And he's gonna get destroyed
Maybe it was an
tomorrow in the
accident.
tournament.
Like he probably
No.
Mr. X is nice. I swear. He's a good friend of mine.
He's not a good person, but it's okay.
What?
I'm
No,
gonna
he
take
is.
him down
He
in the tournament. I'm gonna release my wrath and vengeance upon all of Team Rocket, and all the Team Rocket members that made it to the top 16 are gonna wish that they never did. Because what I'm going to do to them, the government should jail me to what I'm going to do to them and their Pokemon. I don't know what's going to be worse.
Did I just get threatened?
Anyway, so as you guys could probably tell, things are getting kind of heated in the Minecraft server. Now, this isn't the whole point of the video, but it's just kind of show Sykkuno, you know, is with all these content creators. He's actually doing collabs. Like, he's relevant. The guy has millions of followers, getting still thousands of views. Not as big as he once was, pulling like, you know, 20, 30K, but he's still getting a few thousand views. Like, he's not completely gonzo. But like I said, as you guys can see, he has now been in this, you know, he's around. He's like around the vibe. Now, this is where things get a little bit on the intriguing end. Let's go talk about now Ludwig over here too, and then the XQC end, and then we'll get to more of his own Ludwig drama. Because Ludwig himself was kind of like talking about this whole Sykkuno situation, and because of it all, it led towards Sykkuno, or XQC, kind of reacting towards the whole Sykkuno vibe.
Is Sykkuno still canceled? He's been streaming a lot. I don't think Sykkuno was ever canceled. I think Sykkuno had an act of infidelity that made people who
So at the end of the day, I'm not really sure what's up with the music, but he's basically saying he was never canceled, which is true.
support him no longer support watching him because they didn't like that.
And they're saying like, yeah, just people just didn't like the cheating. There are a lot of people who didn't like the cheating. It was funny, I actually lurked his stream for like an hour and it was just a bunch of women talking to his chat.
Or like maybe his friends because they felt like their trust was betrayed. But like,
Yeah, so basically he's maybe trying to speak on behalf of like Pokey, Valkyrie.
he can go, you know, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Arnold Schwarzenegger famously cheated on his wife and was governor. You can be a pretty successful person without necessarily having the greatest morals.
So he's, you know, kind of giving shades in Sykkuno. He's not technically wrong. He's basically being like, hey, you don't have to have these good, crazy morals. You know, you could be evil. You could be like, some people like the villains. Like, you know, the Dr. Disrespects. Like, some people will like that. Aiden Ross, whoever. Like, whatever you want to think. But he's kind of calling a little bit of shade, but nothing crazy. Just saying, like, yeah, just not, you know, maybe morally not his favorite, if you will. And then people are even saying, to be fair, compared to a lot of streamers, the dude isn't that bad. Like, he effed up, but there's a lot of streamers with even worse morals, like a certain dude who had Trump on his stream and promotes crazy stuff to a child audience, Aiden Ross. Like, you're right, Ludwig, some people don't have the greatest morals, like the one guy who enabled his alcoholic friend to drink more when went down, so people are kind of calling out Ludwig. That's in regards to the Mango situation, because Mango was doing some weird stuff to all the females at the party. Although Mango did stop drinking, so shout out to Mango, and, you know, whatever. He didn't get canceled because he literally did what 75% of the population do or have done. I don't think I ever have. You can't be a dude and basically say you didn't try to smash everyone out there. The same Ludwig who betrayed and backstabbed his old friends to join the main Orb friend group, by the way. People hate him because he cheated, yet those same people cover for HASAN. You know, Mo was kissing that one girl in a relationship during inside and to get canceled. He got saved because of the evidence for him. Yeah, sure, he was a piece of At the same time, the girls were on something wrong too as well. Like, you guys can kind of see, like, they're like, you know, the audience kind of being like, yeah, there's a little bit of iffy everywhere. Some people also just dislike Ludwig. I don't hate the guy at all. He does have a little bit of an ego-ness to him, but I don't think he's that bad. But that goes into the more of the XQC end. Now, XQC was kind of calling out Ludwig for this take. Like, this is where the drama is over here. So let's go play that out.
Person without necessarily having the greatest morals. Is Sykkuno still?
Interesting. I think that that's not my problem with it though. Chat, that's not my problem. My problem, chat, is the is how violent the reaction is. Like, from other creators when it's something that they think that the public will agree with, and it's how fast everybody flipped on him and how they won't interact with him, like he killed somebody.
Yeah, it was quite literally instantaneous that they were like, yeah, you're gone. Like, you had like 5 streamers going and making public statements on this instead of like letting the situation ride.
But the interact on a daily, people do 10 times worse on a.
And also trying to compare things like, say, HASAN. Not to like throw my pins in too much, but you have HASAN who has said some crazy stuff, or even same thing with Asmongold and other friends associated with them. And then everyone's okay with it. Or like, say, like the dog shocking thing, which I think XQC is getting into as well. They're like, so you're okay with HASAN doing all this type of stuff, but then for some odd reason he is talking to other people. What's wrong with that? Like, there was like R-word things that HASAN was getting called out for, brothels everywhere, like some pretty bad allegations. Not saying it's true or not, but they're out there. But it seems like everyone like the next day flipped on Sykkuno, then people literally were still doing collabs and hanging out, or even still dating people like HASAN.
Moral basis. It's just that simple.
Like, the more, funny enough, the more I kind of agree with XQC on how his brain works. Like, I can agree on most people in certain manners. Like, I don't hate Ludwig, I don't hate, you know, all these folks. But, or even say like an Asmongold, like sometimes they do have bangers, but I do kind of feel like I kind of align a lot with XQC. He's kind of just like, I'm just doing my own thing. On a case-by-case basis, which is what I try to do.
I don't really understand it.
Ludwig's so annoying, bro, is made from pre-cum.
Oh my god. But yeah, like, people kind of turn on Ludwig a little bit. They're like, hey, dude, you're trying to be a little bit too... It's almost like the Iron Mouse situation for the VTuber watchers. It's almost like the weird situation where it seems like they're trying too hard to be proper, to be perfect, to almost, at that point, almost like virtue sing a little bit, because they're like, yeah, so I just got the showers, might as well all wet. So they're trying to be like, yeah, dude, like some other people do worse.
So on the scale of bad, shocked your dog is a 0, and
everyone's like, yeah, like, so how come people weren't talking about this? Ludwig apparently did have proof that it was a shock collar and kind of backtrapped publicly. So there's, I think XQC really has a big vendetta against it, which is crazy because they used to be such good friends.
On your gym is a 10.
War friends.
I think that those morals are misplaced, and honestly, genuinely.
Or also, I even saw some of the chat because the Fuslie thing was a big drama because Fuslie was also cheating, and everyone supported her and kept on hanging out with her.
Performative. If you laid out like that.
I would agree.
And on top of that, we don't even know if he cheated on his girlfriend. We don't know the extent of all that because it was the story was told by a self-interested third and fourth party.
Yeah, because those women are trying to go get money on their Patreons. They did. Those women have been in drama since then, which is horrible. Like, no one will ever know about it, but I saw it because they're in the VTubing community. They've been in drama already.
Who had nothing to do with it. And
But they're
it's
bad
all
people.
lost in translation.
They were also friends with people who I already had my own issues with because they were also bad people. Like, it's crazy.
We don't even know what the actual facts are.
And yeah, what if they were on like a break? What if they were on like a, what if like the woman wanted to potentially leave the state? So what if they were literally broken up at the time? Like, I'm not to defend Sykkuno a bunch because I don't like cheating, but there is a lot of stuff we never really got because the woman never wanted to be public. Like, his girlfriend never wanted to be public.
So,
With it.
if anything, this is the most diluted problem you'll ever find.
Yeah.
And everybody flipped on him, his own friends. Yet, they don't flip people who do bad things in front of him.
Yeah.
So,
like Fugsley, HASAN, both. And not like I'm saying like they have to or not, but it just kind of does go and show if there's a double standard. Maybe they weren't as good of friends with Sykkuno. Maybe they didn't care about Sykkuno. Who knows?
He didn't confirm what people said. Like imagine people saying some bullshit, and they said, "Oh yeah, there was some cheating."
People aren't into
Agreed to do it and then backed out, or
This is all I'm gonna get to this play next, so it's actually perfect segue for this.
They put me in the chat, but he shook on it at TwitchCon. He said, "Yeah, I said that we can go back on normal invitation terms, right? If I don't show up to one event, then I go bald and I'm never invited again." And we shook on it. So I mean, but that was before the shark incident.
So he at this point, Ludwig probably doesn't want to do with XQC because he has been holding him accountable. He's calling him like Jellywig and such. Like, I get fence sitting at a time, but from what I've seen or what XQC said is that Ludwig actually was at the house, did go and see a shot caller, confirmed it was a shot caller, had pictures of the shot caller. This is just on what I've seen in the passing. And then he backtracked and all. And he's also trying to say, like, I don't know his son, I'm not friends with him. So then people are like, well, then why are you defending this? And I kind of once again agree with XQC. I like Ludwig though, but just in this one instance, I don't think I would hold this against the guy forever, but I can see how someone like XQC would.
We have it.
Because I think him and HASAN have their own issues too.
2 players, but we don't have Sykkuno though, because I can't play with him. Because maybe he's around. I after Ludwig is, I'm not doing it. It's chat. The morals are too bad. They're too far, and I'm not going to associate with that. And I don't think anybody should. You know what I mean?
He's basically saying like we shouldn't deal with those people at all.
Bang, bang, got him.
And so I mean, I can see the logic in his comments too. I just don't think Ludwig probably cares as much. But as Sykkuno is still involved, like he never left. So it's once again like that, like you call it a massive Google Doc, you calling out everyone. Well then guess what? Because they're still going to stream because they did not get properly canceled, banned on the platform, this is going to be around. Now this is also Ludwig himself. Actually, I might want to do a different clip. Ludwig himself also did go and have the callouts, basically saying anyone who did not respond, as we try to show you guys with pictures of like Marlon and XQC, being like, yeah, if he didn't respond, I'm going to never interact with you ever again. Which I actually support him on this. It's like, if you're trying to plan an event, you can't have no shows the next day because the whole event can get ruined, especially something bigger like a Red Bull event.
But honestly, the people who I'm not inviting back to my events, and there are, let me tell you right now, there's fucking several people who I'm never going to invite to an event I'm ever running again. Okay. I'm not here to name names, but they are the people who like just agreed to do it and then backed out, or, you know, backed out last second, backed out without telling me. There's a bunch. There's a bunch.
See, although I don't really like how he, like the Sykkuno thing, I think he's right. He didn't get canceled, just in a weird spot. I do think there's a little bit of a jelly there, but I'm on the same boat. Like I fence a little, or it depends on the person, depends on how you treat me, etc., which is not good, but just reality for me. And then when it comes to XQC too, I don't know. He's just calling out Ludwig. He's trying to be
and you know, like it's not even like that I have any ill will towards them. It's like it stresses me out. I genuinely get, but
and that is just true. It's just, if you want to do these events on top of this, it is really horrible. Although some people are even saying, why is he hate farming people? Some people are saying, well, go back down last second, so make sure why. Ludwig, you're a narcissist. If you don't fall in love with him, he emotionally blackballs you publicly, waste of a heartbeat. But I can understand why. I wouldn't want to reinvite you to an event. Professionalism, narcissist, was invalid too as well. I think I'm more on the mind of I would do the same thing. Especially with all this going on. Just in my honest opinion. There's also a little bit of side drama too, where Ludwig was apparently getting called out by the Brazilians from all these people, because he was kind of chewing out Selbit too much, although he said many good praises from Selbit since the event itself. He also did apologize to as well. So many people are saying like, hey dude, like he just wasn't used to this type of vibe, wasn't used to the vibe too. People were being a little bit too emotional. We even saw Ray getting called out. Although the Ray situation made a little bit more sense, like Ray, Asian boy, as well. So then people are saying, there's kind of thinking cheating. So this is just another perspective. Cheating is worse than using a shot collar, definitely. But he does actually have a point. I really think cutting ties with the cheaters once it's justified. I usually, 80% of the time I would. And more people should do it. Never forgive a cheater. I agree, because it shows their morals and where they lied. It's like a very self-centered, selfish thing. But the people who flipped on Sykkuno can forgive deep fakes and terrorists. Yes, it just seems weird. The guy saying Sykkuno has no morals is the same guy normalizing a guy who praises terrorists and abuses animals, basically calling it the HASAN thing. I don't think Ludwig's that extreme, but there's a partial truth to this. He never really condemned it. Keep that in mind. Ludwig wants to judge other people, not realizing he's normalizing awful people in their behavior. Same with his also fiance doing podcasts with the guy. Like, you can't really take that separation at that point. The guy talking about morals, MAO, got his best friend drunk AF, in his own party, got out of hand, he threw him underneath the bus after, and we have not seen Mango since then. Not trying to be too hard on Ludwig, but this guy Ludwig, man, remember how tight they were when he defended Sykkuno on those podcasters? Podcast. These days are long gone. If these things happen outside the streaming world, for sure they'd still be friends. I'm gonna say if they just concerned about their image, that's all. Money, potentially. Just from you people are saying the XQC campaign for to become a president. You know, so you guys are seeing everyone just throwing shade everywhere. Whether you agree with it or not, he's raising a point about consistency on how online communities react, and more so in the OTV and Friends, which was very big on Ludwig on all of them, because that's just the way of the lands. So, yes. Now, I think the one final thing is I think he did go and also have some drama when it came to Speed. Apparently, he did have Speed's DMs go get leaked out there, where people were like, oh, well, you just never responded or whatever. And he said it was also mostly totally fine, wasn't the biggest deal at the end of the day. Totally okay. Totally okay. But we can kind of go and see. So a little bit of a quicker video over here just on this backlash. It does seem like Sykkuno is still around, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of lingering drama with it all, because it does kind of seem like there's like unfinished, I guess justified drama between, say, Ludwig and XQC, and as well how the Sykkuno circle, OTV circle, is involved in this too. So give me your thoughts and comments and everything down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. I'm gonna go make some food with my family. Join our Twitch down below, and I appreciate y'all so much for watching.